cabron, quite bold and strong. For calling someone an asshole who does others wrong. It's best used with care, lest you make a mistake. For calling someone that can cause quite the quake. In feminine form, cabrona, you see, can label a bitch as mean as can be, but wield it with caution or face a storm, for these words pack a punch, not quite the norm. So if you must use them, make sure they fit. For cabron and cabrona don't easily quit. A linguistic spice, like hot pepper's heat. It's best served with humor, or not at all. Neat. Hee hee hee.
And good morning to all. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get-together live here on Facebook, where we connect with news from our city, state, and country. We connect with each other through your questions, ideas, comments, and suggestions. And we combine all this information, put it to good use as a community of English-speaking locals living here in Puerto Vallarta. Today is July 22nd. It is a Monday. It is a birthday. Today is Kathy Doran's birthday. Happy birthday to Kathy. Den, thank you so much for the reminder. Let's have one of these. Yay. I hope you have an amazing birthday, and I hope you will give us a chance to celebrate it once you come back to Puerto Vallarta. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Please tell me what you were up to during the weekend. I was out of, not out of the city. Well, yes, out of the city. I was up in the mountains with my friends Claudio and Lucas. I spent the night with them in their mountain home. And so I very much enjoyed the thunderstorm from Saturday night. Oh, my goodness, that was so spectacular. So it was a great opportunity to just whoosh, get rid of some bad juju and just enjoy nature at its finest. The hills are so green. It really is amazing. I really hope you had an amazing weekend. And now that we are here, let us get ready to see what is going on. We have two bits of news. One makes me happy and one makes me really upset. Not the kind of news that I like to share here, but it is important. We start with a happy one, of course. Mayor-elect Luis Munguía met with 40 representatives of Marina Vallarta hotels and condominiums to address concerns that they have that include public parking, garbage collection, construction permits, public lighting, and security. And this is what we expect from an elect politician soon to be in charge of our city. These concerns don't seem to be all that different from the concerns that we understand the residents of El Centro have. And once again, this has very little to do with painting facades pretty colors. So it's nice to see that our mayor-elect is at least making plans to see what he will have to get done during the critical first 100 days of his government. It is traditional in Mexico, maybe in other countries as well, to take a close look at what new elected politicians accomplished during the first 3 months of their electoral period. So we are excited and looking forward to seeing what is going to happen when he goes into office. The next bit of news that I want to share with you is truly, truly upsetting to me. This is worth retelling, though. Meet Juan Manuel and Christopher. They are a gay couple from San Luis Potosí and have been in a relationship for 8 years. Juan Manuel is a doctor and Christopher is a biologist. They decided to spend a holiday in Puerto Vallarta, and just a few days ago, they went out for dinner and then decided to explore the gay bars in Emiliano Zapata. At 1 o'clock in the morning, they were walking home, and They were detained by two police officers who falsely accused them of consuming drugs in public. And without explanation, they were arrested and taken to jail without witnesses and without proof. The cops were obviously looking to scare them and to bribe them. Once in the local jail, the two gentlemen asked for a toxicologic profile to show their innocence, but it was denied. They were asked to pay for a fine in cash to be set free, and they refused to do this as a matter of principle. And as a result of that, they were retained overnight, they were beaten, they were insulted. There was never a public audience or a judge involved. Even the social worker that looked at their case while they were spending the night in jail kept changing the charges against them. The following morning, they were set free, no explanations given. And the first thing they did was to go get a toxicologic exam on their own to prove their innocence, and quickly, very quickly, filed a complaint with the local attorney's office against corruption. Now, forgive me for raining on your parade. This is not an isolated incident. This happens frequently, and it doesn't only happen against gay people, although the gay community is a prime target in our city, unfortunately. There's absolutely nothing wrong with walking out and about at 1 o'clock in the morning, minding your own business in a city where we should not have to worry about our own security, much less from the cops that work in our city. Now, I ask you, how many cops does it take to render a police force in a city dishonest and corrupt? Well, in my book, 2 or 3 or whatever many individuals were involved in this heinous situation is more than enough. What will happen after this? Well, the police will say they did something. I doubt that the names of the involved policemen or women will be revealed to the public, and essentially nothing else will be done. And this is paradise. This is what some of you call paradise. This is our city, Puerto Vallarta, the friendliest city in town, a mecca for gay men to come and spend their hard-earned vacations in, knowing that they will be safe, knowing that they will be, that they will enjoy our city. Now, I'm not saying that every gay man walking out there or every straight man or woman walking out there late at night is innocent. There are some people walking around looking for trouble. But again, you'd be surprised at how often these types of situations happen in paradise. And you'd be surprised at the number of times in which the local government and even the local papers don't publicize these things, because in our fragile reality where tourism is the only thing that matters, nobody wants to say the things I just said. Is this city safe for gay people? For the most part, yes. But if you happen to be an unfortunate victim like these two professionals, and because they are. I mean, a lot of times police will take a look at people and they say, oh, they look like they're stupid. Let us just wiggle them around and harass them. But no. And this happens. I just need you to know that this happens. And I want you to tell this story, particularly for all those people that think that nothing ever happens in our city, that this is safe, that this is paradise. I'm sorry. I don't live by that reality. And I think it is only right for everybody to know that what is called paradise is also a place where there's a lot of corruption that will hopefully be addressed and rectified and eliminated in the future.
Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, Joint Boutique Hotel and Co-work, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners.
And now let's take a quick look at the weather. Yes, it rained on Saturday night and it rained yesterday evening. I hope this brought a break from the heat wherever you were. If you are here in Puerto Vallarta, right now we are enjoying 29 degrees and humidity is at 77%. Our weather forecast says that we're going to have rain in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 57%, a high of 31 and a low of 25. Tomorrow, Tuesday, there will be rain in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon with a chance of rain of 66%, a high of 31 and a low of 24. And then Wednesday, we can expect mostly clear skies in the morning, with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 76%, a high of 31 and a low of 24. And as I was mentioning to you, I was happy enough to spend the night of Saturday with my friends Claudio and Lucas. And even though, their home is only, 1 hour hike away from the Libramiento, it is considerably cooler out there, believe it or not. We still had our fans at full blast, but it was so cool and so refreshing. I have two highlights that I can share with you at this time. First of all, it is such a pleasure to live or spend time with someone that grows their own fruits and vegetables. We harvested this beautiful pineapple. It was not large. It was about this tall. It was a mini. But we harvested it this morning and had a chance to taste it. And it was absolutely delicious and sweet and wonderful. And of course, watching my friends bond with their horses is always so much fun. And of course, coming up close with large animals like horses is always fascinating. What else do I have for you today? I want to tell you that today is World Hammock Day, and I'm just wondering how you are planning to celebrate World Hammock Day today. The word hammock comes from the Spanish word hamaca. They were developed by native inhabitants of the Americas for sleeping and later used abroad on board ships by sailors to enable comfort and maximize available space. We don't quite know where and when hammocks were invented, but today they are very popular around the world for relaxation. Mexico's finest hammocks are made in the state of Yucatan, and there is a small municipality close to the capital city of Mérida. This municipality is called Tishkobob, where there are more than 30 different ateliers dedicated to producing yarn and nylon hammocks. And depending on the complexity of their weaving, they can vary in price from 500 to thousands of pesos. And while we think of hammocks as something you hang from trees, it is not uncommon to find dedicated hooks on walls in traditional Mexican homes, just as you would expect to find electrical outlets. And for all the fashionable beauty of some of the newer condos that are getting built all over Puerto Vallarta, I often wonder why the designers of these condos don't build in hammock hooks on the walls. Because this is what many homes in Mexico, traditional homes, have. For all the comfort you can find from your imported furniture and this, that, and the other, just laying down on a hammock and taking a nap is such a wonderful thing. So today, on Hammock Day, I wish for some hammock time for you wherever you are. I also want to mention, of course, that we have the Spotlight on Wednesday, and on Thursday, we have Notes from the Heart, a birthday celebration, my very, very different and wonderful music appreciation celebration in which I chose to celebrate my birthday, which already passed, but I chose to treat myself to doing what I enjoy doing so much, which is talking about music and sharing music that is really, really precious to me. This will be a pay what you want presentation. You pay at the reception desk, whatever you want to pay. If you want to pay nothing, that's perfectly fine. If you want to pay something, that's perfectly fine. If you want to pay a lot, I'm sure Luna will appreciate it. But I sure hope that many of you will take an hour and a half of your time on Thursday to join me in this air-conditioned presentation. I hope you'll be there, and I hope you will help me spread the word. And here we go. Lots of good mornings and good afternoons. It is great to read you. We already acknowledged that birthday. And thank you so much, Pat, for checking in. If your ears were buzzing yesterday and the day before, it's because I was thinking about you. And I'm glad to hear that, I'm glad to read that you are doing okay. I hope your stay in the United States is productive, and I hope your return to Puerto Vallarta brings you back safe and sound. Oh, yummy. Kathy will bake raspberry chocolate torte for everyone when she gets back. Oh, we should just crash their home and have a little mini meet and greet at Den and Kathy's. Ha ha ha, just kidding. Only 13 weeks, say Den and Kathy, until they return. I love it. Looking forward to seeing you back in our neighborhood. Let's see what else we have. Oh, Logan puts it beautifully. Den, Doran, feliz cumpleaños to our dear Kathy here. I love that. Let's see what else. Dun 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 dun. That is terrible. That is corrupt policemen. Absolutely, Angelica. And this may be a simple theory, but if our own government took better care of its employees, I'm sure that corruption here in Puerto Vallarta would not be as pronounced as it actually is. Betsy has a good point here. I'm appalled about this abuse in Emiliano Zapata. I attended a meeting about these abuses perhaps 6 years ago. I thought things had gotten better. Time for the community action again. Absolutely. Unfortunately, these things need to be talked about, and I appreciate that they are, Betsy Ann. It's not the kind of coverage that I enjoy doing here at Coffee and Headlines, as you know, but for the sake of keeping things real, I think it is important to talk about these issues that are very real in Puerto Vallarta, in many cities around the world, I am sure, as well. Logan contributes. I was also stopped and harassed by some rogue cops walking home after a night out almost 10 years ago. So this is nothing new. These corrupt cops messed with the wrong guys. Absolutely. And for anybody that comes and tells you, oh, this is just an isolated incident, you know, it only takes one bad cop to give the entire police force a bad reputation. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. Let's see. One day, a traffic police stopped us and wanted to take the driver license if we wouldn't have given them money. That is terrible. Yes, that is true. Absolutely. By law, they're not supposed to take your driver's license, but they often do that so that you will actually be forced to go pay the fine. But, you know, it is also that time of the year. We're coming into the summer months where there's less money moving about the city, for better or worse, and people get hungry and people do stupid things. And that includes our police force. Let's see what else. Oh, that is a great wish for your mom, Jess. May your Jess, hello Jess Doran, may your day be free from medical appointments and full of cycling races and spandex shorts. Yes, absolutely. That is a beautiful birthday wish. Let's see what else. Barbara says, we once had a similar situation in Puerto Vallarta, totally uncomfortable. Thank you for sharing, because this makes us realize that this happens. Dan adds, it is important reminder to everyone that no matter where we live or travel, bad things can happen and that no place is perfect. Absolutely. Let's see what else. There's another Q. Kathy says, I'm really close to getting a per project volunteer to do your spotlight show. Thank you very much, Kathy. That would be super fun. I appreciate that very much. Sherry says, David hung our 2 hammocks yesterday, and it was quite a trick to get in and out of them. You know, if you have a difficult time getting in and out of a hammock, that means you have an amazing hammock. They're supposed to be difficult to get in and out of just because they're comfortable and wonderful. I love it. Logan says, I've always appreciated a good hammock. I hear you. My next door neighbor, Dina, God bless her, one of the trips that their parents did, they live in Mexico City, but one of the things they did for her apartment, which is almost identical to mine, is they drilled hooks onto her wall to be able to hang a hammock. And every time I visit her, I get ideas. Will you be playing Swing Out Sisters Breakout at the birthday music lecture? I mean, that's a good question, Frank. I will not be playing Breakout. I will be playing another song by Swing Out Sister that truly, truly affected me. Although Breakout was a lot of fun when it came out. No, I'm going to talk about a different Swing Out Sister. But I did say there's Swing Out Sister there. There's Jimmy Webb. There is Mahler. There's Shostakovich. There is acid jazz. There is pop music. There's all kinds of fun things. I really hope you can join us. And this brings us to our end of today's broadcast. I truly, truly hope that you had a good time. I am sorry to spend time talking about it. Not pleasant news, but it is important stuff. And I think it is important for all of us to know this happens and to talk about it and to remind other people. Oh, and I see a nice hello from Claudia and Carmen, who say they're preparing for their Puebla cuisine public dinner that has sold out. Congratulations. If you end up rescheduling it or not rescheduling it, if you end up adding another one, please let us know so we can promote it. These things are wonderful and they deserve to be enjoyed by as many people as possible. And for the rest of us, have a great beginning of the week. I'm going to be prepping for my presentations and enjoying my hammockless home, but enjoying the company of my dear kitty cat, Luna. Have a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning.